Hello everyone, happy Halloween and welcome to the HighSchoolOT Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. I am J. Mike Blake. You are looking at the Wake Forest Cougars bursting through the signage as they take the field here at historic Trentini Stadium. On the other side, you've got Heritage about to do the same thing. This is sometimes referred to as the Battle of the Forest. And tonight, there is a conference championship on the line in the Northern Six Conference. Heritage entering tonight, having won their last 3 games. They have 1 loss in conference play, but a win here can force a share of the co-conference title. Wake Forest, on the other hand, they have entered tonight on a 4-game win streak, and they can run the table in Northern Six play with a win here against their rivals. You see the Huskies bursting through the lines themselves. Again, folks, this is the regular season finale. HighSchoolOT Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. We've had a lot of fun this year bringing you some of the best games around our viewing area. A number of locations where there are Alpaca locations, and including a lot here in the Triangle. Entering tonight's game, Heritage has a record of 4-5, but again, they've won their last 3. They're kind of peaking at the right time. The 7A playoffs are next week. The brackets will come out on Sunday. If you want an early look at what the brackets will be late tonight and early tomorrow, HighSchoolOT's Joel Bryant will have the projections for insiders. You could pretty much kill any suspense and see the bracket early just by being a HighSchoolOT insider. A lot of other good content as well, not just playoff projections. But the brackets will have to come out on Sunday because there are so many state championships this weekend. They've got the HighSchoolOT staff, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association staff, has to take care of a few things on their own. Wake Forest and Heritage are both 7A schools. We are about to kick off here. Conference championship is a little bit more about bragging rights than anything. It's not tied to your seed. There's always bragging rights on the line when these two get together. So you have a pretty good return out to about the 32-yard line. That's where the Heritage Huskies will take over. Cole Perry is the quarterback for Heritage. He enters tonight's game with 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's also the 2nd leading rusher for this Huskies team. Heritage certainly challenged itself in the non-conference, playing schools like Millbrook and Leesville Road and Williams. We've seen all 3 of those teams in the HighSchoolOT Game of the Week this year. They lost those early games, but it paid off here at the end of the season with winning some of these conference ones. There's the give, and met right as he gets across the line of scrimmage. And it's to leading rusher, John Carella Pantaleon. Carella, Pantaleon, with 9 touchdowns on the air. He's found the end zone more than any other Husky on this roster. Shotgun formation, 5 wide for the Huskies. It's a deep throw down the sideline, too far. That time the pass was intended for Owen Wood, the leading receiver on this Huskies team. Wake Forest and Heritage, quite an interesting history, 2 rivals. For years and years, it was always a top game at the end of the season. And no matter how much talent Heritage had, they just couldn't get over the hump with Wake Forest. So Wake Forest got a huge lead in the all-time rivalry series. However, they've lost the last 2. Keeping it on 3rd down. Hit and met pretty quickly there. Nice tackle. It's a cold night. Those hard hits will warm you up a little bit faster. The Heritage punt team will have to come out here. It's about a 4th and 6 coming up. So again, we told you Cole Perry, the quarterback for Heritage, he's the 2nd leading rusher. That time he keeps it himself. One thing we should note, Wake Forest special teams pretty good. They have 3 blocked field goals on the year. This punt gets underway, fielded, dropped, and fallen on by a teammate. So could have been a little bit of disaster early for Wake Forest, but no harm, no foul. And now the Cougars will take over. The 1st and 10. Ball at about actually right at the 35-yard line. It is Halloween night. People may have other plans, but I tell you, coming to Trent-Teddy Stadium is never a bad idea, folks. One of the finest venues anywhere in the state for high school football. The former home of Wake Forest University. Landon Perry, the quarterback, the freshman for Wake Forest, keeps it himself. He is met near the 1st down and wrestled backwards. This is a freshman that we got to see early on in the year. The HighSchoolOT Jamboree is right here at this same location. He came in late. You could see the signs. And he had a little bit of potential. And sure enough, he does get exactly 10 yards. And he moves up for the 1st down. Now here's a guy who has a lot of potential as well. It's Micah Olu. Breaking it wide, pushing a man out of his way, gets close to the sticks. That is 10 yards and a 1st down, I believe. They may have to measure it. Is this 2nd down? It is 2nd down short. Still waiting for it here. Micah Olu, who just had that last carry, is already over 1,000 yards on the season, and before we even get to the last week of the year or any playoffs or anything like that. He has 18 touchdowns on the ground. He also has 4 receiving touchdowns. He's one of the more dangerous playmakers in the entire triangle for this Cougars team. Last year, Wake Forest 5-7. This year they're 5-4. But again, undefeated in conference play, which is why this is not a bad place to be on a Friday night. A lot of schools across not only Wake County, but other parts of the state had their games last night. There's a lot that goes into planning a big event like this. For one, it's sometimes harder to find parent volunteers on Halloween night. And for other reasons, it's sometimes harder to have the security staffing that you need to have a big event like this, especially in the metro areas. A lot of folks like to have a good time on Halloween. So police departments have to use their as many officers as they can, I guess. We are still waiting to figure out what is the situation. It is short by a yard. The ball is kind of clearly marked there. There's a whole lot of explanation going on. Thought he was closer than that, but now it looks like, well, even now, you see the sticks moving in the back. Just under 10 minutes here. It's about 46 degrees out. 2nd and short. It's to Olu. He's making one guy miss. And still on his feet. A few Huskies bring him down. He's got the 1st, however. Another good carry. When Wake Forest wears these uniforms, you can't help but think about all the great players that have come through here. Some of the great teams. These all blue unis were worn in at least one, if not 2, of their 3 consecutive state championships. Coach Reggie Lucas was a coach on those teams back in around 2013, 14, 15. May have the years a little mixed up there. It was about that same time frame. Olu, the pitch, looked like he may have tried to throw it. Stiff arms one guy, reversing field. A little cornered here, and finally he's cut down for a big loss. So nothing going there. The Huskies all over it. Be a loss of about 6 yards on 1st down, make it 2nd and long. Again, the last two meetings have been won by Heritage. It was such a relief for the Huskies when they finally beat Wake Forest. There's so many other times they thought they were going to break through in other years. Had some dramatics in the last week of the season, these last 2 years as well. Perry stumbling, stays on his feet, still meandering his way around, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he is tackled for a gain of about 2. So that was a very eventful 2-yard run for the freshman. This Northern 6 conference, very different than in previous years. Again, Wake Forest and Heritage, they are 7A schools. They're partnered up with 2 of the easternmost schools in Wake County, Knightdale and East Wake. They are also 7A. And then you have to go to the north and pick up 2 6A schools as Franklinton and Vance County. In the last realignment, those were 3A schools. Now they are all together in this conference, but they'll go into different playoff brackets as that goes incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and the punting unit comes out for Wake Forest. I think Wake Forest has always done. And sometimes it catches teams with a substitution violations. They'll run that punt unit out. They have them ready to go on 3rd and long. That time's on the far side of the field, so not as much of an opportunity there to catch a substitution violation, illegal substitution, I should say, on Heritage. Plenty of time on this punt. It is fielded at the 19. Into some traffic and is tackled right there. So Heritage will take over this drive. 7:33 on the clock here in the first quarter. Trying to see what they can do on their second possession. One player to watch who was targeted early was Owen Wood. Number 88, the leading receiver. He has 6 receiving touchdowns for the Huskies. Not bad at all for a team that does not necessarily air it out a whole lot. That's 6 of the 8 passing touchdowns that they've had this year from starting quarterback. Wake Forest showing blitz. It's a handoff. Cutting back, getting absolutely nowhere. A great tackle met in the hole by Josiah Sturdivant, the junior. So Heritage going with 2 backs. With nothing going there. I believe that give was to Oliver Durham. It'll be 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. Sacked for a loss. Did the ball come out? I think it did. And I think Heritage fell right back on it. A great job pursuing that time. Once again, that's Josiah Sturdivant on the pass rush. And Cole Perry had to do something very quickly there. And he dropped it. It could have been even more disastrous for Heritage. Instead, it's a big loss, not a turnover. Not a good result nonetheless. It's 3rd and about 17 here. And they'll hand it off, and a great one-on-one tackle made. Boy, Wake Forest, how many times do I have to say that already in this contest? Great one-on-one tackle made. This time, it's Gavin McLawhorn. He's the leading tackler on this Wake Forest team, the Cougars. It's interesting the history of the high schools in this town here on the northern side of Wake County. Way back in the day, there was a Wake Forest and a Rollsville. Then there was a hyphenated Wake Forest Rollsville. And now we have a Wake Forest and a Rollsville once again. Punting from his own end zone. Under some pressure, gets it underway. It's a little short, on a bounce about the 46, goes out of bounds. About the 49, that's where Wake Forest take over. Not bad starting field position whatsoever. 5:21 left here in the first quarter of the last week of the regular season. And folks, we couldn't do this all season long without Alpaca Peruvian chicken. And let me tell you, it is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, as well as football games. So you place your next catering order with Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. You can taste their legendary flavor and hometown pride at 19 locations here in North Carolina. And off of the middle, that is Olu. It's never going to be one person that brings down Micah Olu. If you can learn one thing from tonight, it's going to be a lot of different individuals that have to latch on to him. Forward progress. Gets him about 4 yards. Again, our Alpaca Peruvian chicken is fed our teams, are featured in this game, sometimes before the game, sometimes after the game. But catering those things as Olu gets the give, and he is a little shy of the first down. Even if the team is in an area where there isn't currently an Alpaca location, they took care of the pregame or postgame meal, which is really, really neat, and has allowed us to bring you the game of the week each and every week here at HighSchoolOT. We've had some great moments. Our very first one back in week 1, a lot warmer than it is now. We were down in Fayetteville, and Terry Sanford defeated 71st on a last-second field goal. What a way to open up the season. We've had a lot of great plays, close calls. Tonight, finishing off with a classic rivalry as Perry throws complete down the sideline, brought down inside the 25. Nice little play action and rollout for the Cougars that time. On the catch was Ryan Hughes. Kind of forgotten about in the flat. A good play call, nets the first down for Wake Forest. Call this the 24-yard line, pistol formation. Olu dancing to his left, trying to get around the edge. Can he do it? Another stutter step. He goes out of bounds before taking another hit. He's down to the 13. That should be good for a first down as well, if my math is correct, and it is. We'll move the chains. You have to expect a heavy dose of Olu in the red zone with as many touchdowns as he's had this year, and both receiving and rushing. Perry is going to hand it off. Different ball carrier this time, down to the 6-yard line. Goes Amari Cook. Some fresh legs in there. They go no huddle. Cook again, trying to fight for the end zone. He is down at the 1-yard line. It'll be third. Actually, no, there's a new set of downs. They only needed to get to the 1 to get a new set of downs. So this is a first and goal at the 1. Not a bad situation at all. It's Cook one more time. He's in. Touchdown, Wake Forest. 3:17 left here in the first quarter. The Cougars have struck first in the Battle of the Forest. This kick is up, and it is good. Make it 7-0. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, but most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early, talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week each Friday night on HighSchoolOT.com.
Welcome back to the High School Team Game of the Week, presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. This is Dominic Maloney's kickoff. It's fielded inside the 10. Somehow making his way out to the 31 or 2-yard line. That really had no business getting out that far. This is Travis Holmes, a sophomore, with a solid return for the Huskies. Strong carry by a trio of carries, I should say, back to back by Amari Cook inside the red zone, putting the Cougars on top first here. Senior night at Trentini Stadium. What is the power look? All 11 guys for Heritage are in this shot, and now they start to shift out of it with an empty set. Let's see what they're cooking up here, folks. There's trips to the right. Quarterback Cole Perry. Throwing high, caught, and wrestled down. Boy, no yards after the catch on that one. Wrapped up immediately by Sanjaya Carroll. He is the second leading tackler on this Wake Forest team. I kind of mentioned this earlier, how the Northern Wake area has grown over the years. Actually, a long time ago, there's a Wake Forest High School and a Rollsville High School. Wake Forest, and I know there is right now, but bear with me. Wake Forest was the Red Devils, Rollsville the Blue Devils. Then they combined schools, took on a new identity, issued both colors. As you see Perry airing it out, caught! One-on-one, he mossed him. Owen Wood, we mentioned the name earlier. First down and in plus territory for the first time tonight are the Huskies. Then again, like when Wake Forest Rollsville opens, they incorporate both school colors, blue and red, take on a new identity, the Cougars. The growth in this area, there's a Wakefield High School, old historic Wakefield area it's now part of Raleigh. Heritage opens in the historic Forestville area. They almost named that school Forestville. Thought it would be a little too confusing. As Perry takes it himself, making a great effort just to get close to the first down marker here. Good blocking on the edge there. Second and short, second and about 2 coming up. And Heritage opens in that Forestville area, which is now part of Wake Forest. And then Rollsville grows to the point where it gets its own school. And ironically enough, even though Rollsville was once the Blue Devils, they are now red. And Wake Forest, once the Red Devils, now we're predominantly blue. Cougars. Perry going to the air, going to the end zone, looking for Greg Ginn. Get up. He said, "You're not mossing me again." Jalen. Gray is a mismatch because of his size and jumping ability. Excuse me, Owen Wood. I'm talking about Owen Wood there. Cole Perry looking for him. Third and short. Let's see if they played a little bit more safe here. Trying to get Wake Forest to jump. And they do jump, so first down Heritage coming up. They've been gift wrapped the first down. I believe now they're inside the red zone, if not right at it. We're at about a minute left here in the first quarter of the High School T Game of the Week. Four wide for the Huskies. Handoff, oh man, met quickly by a host of Cougars. First one there, making an impact, was Mikey Anderson, a junior. It's a young Wake Forest team. A lot of the names we're calling out are juniors and sophomores. So for a young team to win the conference, be a very nice thing for Coach Reggie Lucas. Less than a minute, the clock is ticking, now under 40 seconds actually. Perry 5 wide. He's looking, completed to his running back, out of bounds. Stops the clock, a little short of the sticks. Now it's Petonleon, the catch. Not as close to the sticks as I thought. 3rd and about 4 here. Ball's at the 14-yard line. Perry back. No one's open. He'll have to take off, but he's not going anywhere. Wake Forest drives him back once more. This will bring up 4th down, and that might be the last play of this quarter as Heritage is going to think about it during the break. Again, at the end of the first quarter, the high school team game of the week. Wake Forest leads rival Heritage 7-0.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and football teams across the state.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
Welcome back to the high school. Ball at about the 17-yard line on 4th down. Trailing their rivals at Wake Forest 7-0. They'll line up for a field goal. This will be a 34-yarder. If it's good, off the left foot here. Shout out to all the lefties out there. Little low snap. Kick is up. And good. 34-yarder is good. And Heritage is on the board. We'll keep it here, folks, since we just took a break. So we come right back from the end of the first quarter, and Heritage is on the board to start the second. 11:56 is your time. That was a good-looking kick there from Ryland Birch, the senior. Putting it through. And it's a big night here at Wake Forest High School. It's also Hall of Fame night. Rich history when you go back throughout the school from the first open as Wake Forest Rollsville to today. Heritage, it's easy to think of them as still one of the newer schools in Wake County, but they've been around for almost 2 decades. Just 2 decades yet. Just a reminder, folks, that we talked about Alpaca Peruvian Chicken being a great sponsor for us. Another one is Talk It Out NC. And just like winning a big game, preventing underage drinking takes teamwork. Parents and teens can visit talkitoutnc.org for resources on to start the conversation about the risk of underage drinking. So this is an interesting formation here. To kick this off, anything can happen. Wake Forest is backing off. Heritage says, nope. A little bit of trick or treat here on Halloween. And there's a flag for delay of game. Delay of game on a kickoff there. It took to transpire. NC, that is responsible for the post-game show. Going to be starting tonight at 10:15 p.m. Joel Bryant back in this game. I'll be joining that to talk about the game. Lots of other media. All games. A lot of games were last night, but most of the state tonight. There's a few metro areas that really had to play on Thursday, including Wake County. This is one of the exceptions here. Birch just made that 30. We'll kick it off at last. Low line drive, hits a Wake Forest player, skips, fielded at the 29. Whoa, that ball could have ricocheted anywhere. Instead, Wake Forest fields it pretty cleanly, all things considered. I don't think I've ever seen a kickoff do that. I'm not sure if it was intentional. I don't believe it was. Now Wake Forest has great field position. Right there, the 41, right in front of our camera, basically. Landon Perry. He's got 4 wide. Micah Olu is behind him. It's Olu bursting through the line. Boy, no one's even touched him yet. He gets across midfield. Huge game from Micah Olu. It's hard enough to bring him down when you actually do have tacklers in the area, but that time no one was in the area. That was not good news for Heritage. First and 10, ball now at the Heritage 43. Almost got one of the Huskies to jump offside, but he shows some discipline there. We're just under a minute into this. Ball's on the ground, fumble. Did Landon Perry get back to it? Trying to wrestle it away. They blew it dead. Who do they say have it? I'm guessing they're going to say Wake Forest had it. And that the play made by the Heritage defender. It's Heritage ball. Heritage ball indeed. That is a happy defense right there. You can tell. All over each other like Ski is a playful dog after all. Of Heritage. It did look, and I'm sure you saw it as well, folks. He had a great look on our camera. And now he was on that ball and actually came out of the pile with it. The whistle was a little early. I didn't know if he was going to get credit for it or not, but he does. And let's see if the Huskies can make Wake Forest pay. Now, Heritage does have a loss in conference play. Perry throws it. Oh, I was a little too early on that. And perhaps the running back also was a little too early in turning upfield. Heritage does have a loss in conference play to East Wake. It was in overtime. However, East Wake, that's their only conference win. So they are not part of this conference championship race. Oftentimes, if you have somebody with one loss, then there's a possibility of a three-way tie. We do not have that here in the Northern Six. Man in motion for the Huskies. Let's see, 3 are to the right. And yep, there's a false start there. A little hesitation on the Huskies' part. They'll make it 2nd and 15 as they back up. At their own 40. That was the first turnover of the game. Looked like just a bad exchange between Landon Perry and Micah Olu. Ball just sat on the ground, and that's where it was picked up. Perry under some pressure, trying to throw. They're trying to set up the screen underneath. It looked like it had some potential, but credit Wake Forest defense. Perry with that ball. We'll see his target. Sometimes that works for the offense, sometimes the offense forces So it could have been a nice pickup there. This now makes it 3rd and long. Trips kind of bunched to the near side. For Heritage. Perry, he's under pressure again. He's scrambling. Can he get past the original line of scrimmage? He can. Oh my goodness, he's got a 1st down. And then he slides. Well done indeed. That could have been a huge loss. Instead, it's a huge gain. And the Huskies are in plus territory. Cole Perry certainly mobile. Again, he's the 2nd leading rusher on this team. Giving his team a spark here. Five wide again for Heritage. Perry, he's looking across the middle, making that catch, I believe. Yes, the referee is signaling as a catch. Great job and a great adjustment there by Leo Criscola. 1st down to the 20. Body as the throw looked to be a little bit behind him there for a second. There's a timeout on the field. Wake Forest will talk about it. I don't like where this is going. Just kind of walk you through what you. This game, our last one of the regular season. Game of the week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. You have the post-game show brought to you by Talk It Out NC. That's at 10:15 p.m. with Joel Bryant. FM West. And he's out in Winston-Salem covering volleyball championships today. There are actually a lot of championships. You can view that coverage right now. All stories from tonight, even football from last night, also on HighSchoolOT.com. It's just a fire hose of high school sports happening. There were 4 boys cross-country championships today, 4 girls cross-country championships today, 4 girls tennis championships today, and there will be 4 volleyball championships today. And guess what? Tomorrow, it's all the same. 4 more of each one of those things. No football brackets tomorrow. Those are coming out on Sunday, but you can get those projections on HighSchoolOT. There's also Football Friday for folks in the viewing area. You have Football Friday coming on WREL at 11:15. 5 wide again for Heritage. This is the look they like. Perry's going to try to keep it himself. Going around the edge, brought down. Good gain. Another play made by Stern. Defense, this makes it about a 2nd and 4. Certainly football weather, certainly feels like playoff football weather. That penalty here. It'll be 2nd and about 9 now. I misspoke earlier when I said Heritage is last 2 minutes have been close. But Heritage lost in the last 2nd field goal last season and then snapped the streak. A 13-game, 13-year, and never beaten Wake Forest streak. That was snapped back in 2023. The last 2 meetings between these 2 teams have been classics. Perry going over the middle. Pass is denied by Wake Forest. 4th down. Excuse me, this is 3rd. That was 2nd after the penalty. So this is 3rd and 9. 9:44 left until halftime. Huskies have to go Chicken left on the play clock. Heritage smartly calls a timeout. So you don't want to move 5 more yards back right now. So this timeout here, safety penalty. Trying to make a decision. All across the state. You have to tune into that high school show presented by Talking p.m. And guess what? The Talking Out NC postgame show that is continuing into the playoffs. So each round, until we get to the state championship game. Champions this year, folks. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. Still a little tough to get used to as someone who has closely followed high school sports for 18 years and a little further back than that for high school sports in the state. When I see the results of 4A, I'm sure expecting to see schools like Forest and Heritage. 4A means something really different now. 39. Perry rolling to his left. Throws back to the middle. Too high for one guy. Too short for another. Huskies in the area. He's looking for the closer target of the two. Kick team comes out. This kick would be from the 26-yard line, so they got a 36-yard field goal, so like 2 yards longer than last time. See if the left foot of Ryland Birch can be true once more. Take over with 9:35 left in the second quarter. That should be second quarter. We'll fix that for you in a second, folks. There you go. Another thing with the Talk It Out NC scoreboard, our statewide scoreboard, that's the most accurate in the state. Sometimes you'll see scores uploaded elsewhere. Next thing you know, sometimes the scores actually lose points from one side. Try to be as quick as possible. Some of the other playoff sports like volleyball, we've actually bracket way more updated than trying to bring you the scores as fast as possible. The Olu down the sideline. Ego touches it. It's a threat for a big gain. And he gets another big gain here. And the question is, where did he step out? Referees oh, there it is. Kind of hidden from one referee. Pulled a little bit further downfield, so it's still be a first down for the Cougars. Not as big of a gain as they would have liked. A bit of a premium tonight. These two teams have erupted. It's been kind of a common teams in the conference. Heritage showing blitz, and they do so. They Wake Forest picks it up. Trying to get that throw underway. Incomplete. A bad decision there by Landon Perry. A baby blitzer. Was picked up well. Had someone open. The sidelines a little too low. That's why you blitz, folks, to make sure those passes are not as comfortable as 8:35 here. Temperature continuing to drop. The members of the band in their Halloween outfits for Wake Forest. Harry, pump fakes, now he throws it long. There's covers there. Oh my goodness, it was almost brought in. It was almost intercepted. There was almost a lot of things, but instead it's incomplete. Now Harry, Wake Forest will push their coverage unit onto the field. Let's see if they can get Heritage called in the scramble. There's also a chance that if that ball was the receiver's going to split the defenders and have a big game. Punt is underway. It's good. It's a nice bounce. Great bounce, really, for Wake Forest down to the 25-yard line. Take a short break and be right back with the High School T Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, but most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early, talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Welcome back to the High School T Game of the Week. This is Perry throwing it, caught and hit. No, not caught. Ball hit the ground. Second down. And Colt here. Find their way into this press box. It's not the only open window in the press box there. Starting to climb onto my camera and climb onto me a little bit. Last year we had a game of the week in Trinity Stadium. It was a huge block that flew in the open window. And it was quite distracting for me on the broadcast. There's something about these bugs here. Barry trying to take off the band. And the field is walking in the blitz. And everything covered up on that one. Second and long for the Huskies. Heritage, they did win their opener 29-20 over Wakefield. Wakefield did not get their first win of the season, even though they're in the 8A. Their first win of the season. And Heritage scored a total of 10 points over the next 4 weeks. It's part of a 5-game schedule. They lost 34-28 to East Wake in overtime. Since then, they've been able to score 42 and 32 points in 3 consecutive wins. Slant pattern, incomplete drop. They have 4th and 13, and the unit comes out for the Huskies. Wake Forest. And they lost in a shootout. Won at 47-28. Lost to Leesburg 35-14. Lost to Middlebrook 48-7. No shame in losing a team to Leesburg. We've seen them earlier this year. They kind of beat Wakefield 42-7. And lost the hillside. That was the end of the non-conference schedule. 27 now. This punt is really high and really short. Lands at about the 50. Picked up on a bounce. A few extra yards there. Three of their last 4 contests. There's a few different tiers to this conference. These two are in the upper tier for sure. Penalty. Both teams scored at least 42 on Vance County. Wake Eastwake beat Heritage in overtime. It's another piece of be 5 yards, even further back for Wake Forest. Heavily favored here as a screen pass is complete. Here. Catch and run by Owen McNair. Second and 9. Barry back, guns it. Comeback route is complete. Goodwin, senior. Leading receiver. Third and 1. Goodwin leads the receptions, only by 1 over Michael Luke coming in. Goodwin, however, is going to come twice, and Luke has done that 4 times. Third and 1.
Quarterback back to pass over the play with Blaine. Penalty assessed against the Cougars.
For Wake Forest.
Harry pump fakes, throwing, looking for 6.
It's too long.
First down, ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Number 1, Lamar Goodwin. Ball carried. Taking 2 yards away from him.
All right, apologize there, folks, for a few of the issues. Play action here for Perry, and even though there are two people there that could block, neither could stop that sack from happening. Good individual play made by Gabe Roberts. And a timeout here, Wake Forest, 4:28 left. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth. Teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
We are back and just in time for this timeout to conclude the high school team game of the week. I'm J. Mike Blake. Wake Forest has got a 3rd and 15. They need to make it down to the 15 from the 30. They have a fresh set of downs. Again, 4:28 left until halftime. Our season finale of the high school team game of the week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Play action. Perry looking through his options. Can't find anyone. Puts a foot down. He's got to go. He's running. Perry switching field. Perry evading more tacklers. Perry still on his feet. He is close to a first down. He's not quite there, but what an athletic play on 3rd and 15 from the freshman. This will be a 4th and 2, and the offense still on the field for the Cougars. It's a handoff. So Lou, I believe, and he's not going to make it. Turnover on downs. The Huskies getting it back. It has to feel good for the Rivals to stop the star player on 4th and short. They'll take over with 3:40 here in the second quarter. Remember all that transitive property stuff I was talking about earlier? I guess that old adage about throwing out the record books when it comes to a rivalry game, I guess there's something to it, folks. This is as evenly matched as you can want right now. Timeout on the field. Heritage taking another timeout. Again, as we look at the 7A playoffs, you're talking about a lot of schools that were winning big on the 4A level. Last year's state champion was Grimsley. Grimsley is not 8A, they're 7A. Another state champion for the last 4 years, Cardinal Gibbons. Well, they're also 7A, not 8A. New Bern, another state champion, they're 7A. Weddington, another state champion from the past few years. I think I've listed all of the last 4 state champions in 4A. They all are in 7A, not 8A. So don't just assume necessarily. It varies by sport and it varies by program. And 8A means it's tougher. Oh, making one guy miss, sliding down. The athletic plays, the athletic legs of Cole Perry just keep the plays alive for the Huskies. About 5 yards there. You usually see quarterbacks that struggle to slide, or maybe they don't know exactly when to slide. Good decisions there by Perry. He picked up 5 yards and then hit the deck as quick as he could. Halfback draw, not going anywhere. Covered up, stuffed. Head coach Wallace Clark of Heritage. Again, he has been at the school for quite some time. He's had the head coaching job for the last few years. Longtime assistant. One of my favorite memories of covering high school football in the Triangle was a game between Wake Forest and Heritage this same week about 10 years ago. We'll get more to that later as Perry is wrapped up. He lays Lawhorn in there. Bring up 4th down. That was when teams could play 11 games in the regular season and then would play 5 in the playoffs. So you had, as Wake Forest takes a timeout here, I'll continue with story time. You had a 10-0 Heritage team playing a 10-0 Wake Forest team in the season finale right here at Trentini Stadium. And it was, and again, Heritage at that time had never beaten Wake Forest. There were people, as you kind of pan around the stadium, you can see all the embankments far and wide. There were people just sitting all over those hills. There's a lot of people huddled up in other parts of this stadium tonight. All the way up and down. People actually on the track. Estimated 10,000 plus to see the regular season finale. Wake Forest won that game. I remember taking video and trying to upload or trying to text from the field and could not because there were so many people messing up all the signals. You can hardly get a text out. Still probably the biggest regular season game I've ever been to, biggest crowd. Another short punt, but wow, takes a great Husky roll. Wake Forest will start at plus territory with 1:57 left until halftime. Certainly a few reasons we don't have as many people here tonight. It is the conference championship game, but it's tough to go up against Halloween. That's why you saw so many teams playing last night, the metro areas. It's also pretty chilly, but the field looks good. And I was wondering what that would look like. Not all fields were looking great last night, that's for sure. We've had nothing but rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You would not notice it. Everyone's jersey on the Heritage side looks clean even though they've been hitting the deck. The Huskies making a last substitution here with 1:57 left until halftime. Actually, we're waiting for a chain gang official to pick up one of the sticks. Actually, we are getting new sticks on that sideline. Let's see if there's a substitution. Those sticks have been benched. These are coming in. Going with the backup. Everyone likes the backup quarterback, they say, but do we like the backup first down marker? I don't know. We'll have to see how they perform. Tough scene for the first down markers to lose their job right there. That might be it for their career. Might be done after this game. Time to give it to the unproven rookies on that sideline. They are getting fixed up. Are the lights too bright for these sticks? We don't know. I mean, imagine you've been just sitting out there being backup first down sticks your entire life, waiting for your moment to get into the game, and all of a sudden last week of the regular season, you're called upon, go out there, do your thing, and you don't even have a chain with you. You got to get the chain hooked up. It's a rivalry game, all eyes on you, you're stopping the game. The nerves that those two markers must be going through right now as they are finally linked together and ready to make their debut. Here at the High School OT Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. They're almost there. trying to finalize to get that last link in. Got to be 10 yards apart. We can't have this 9.5 miss. There it is. First down markers are up and ready for action. So too are the Huskies and the Cougars. It's good to have depth in all facets of the game, even your first down markers. Need to have a backup in case of injury. Landon Perry, first down, taking a shot deep. Lots of pushing and shoving on that one from both sides. I don't think a flag's coming just because it was both ways. Fans often want referees to call it both ways. Well, that time it was both ways, so they didn't call it. A rare call in which both sides are going to boo. Both sides wanted the exact same penalty on the other. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. We'll do it again. Perry, quick out to Olu, stops the clock, picks up about 6 or 7. Only thing that can make that better if he's picked up about 6 or 7 at the 41-yard line. Instead, gets to the 44. 5 wide for Perry. Short again to Olu. That's going to move the sticks, however. Those new sticks making their debut. There they go. I gotta say, they are impressing me over there on that sideline, the way those sticks have come into the game and just kept things moving. Clock is stopped with 1:41 left until halftime. Perry going through his reads. He may have to just take off with this one, and he does. Gets out of bounds. Push. No flag. So he was pushed right before he stepped out of bounds. So legal. The referee was looking right at it, so I will trust his opinion on that one. And you also did not see a whole lot of Wake Forest players protesting or coaches going crazy asking for a flag. So if they're not, it kind of lets you know he was still in bounds when shoved aside. Perry, it's a quarterback draw, design run on this one. First down. Those sticks, brand new, rookie sticks, will move once more. Perry rolling to his right, throwing it, broken up, almost caught off the deflection, but a good breakup instead. Have to give a shout out there to Simon Sefton making that play, making it 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped with 1:15. This quarter is going along very slowly as that pass is well out of bounds. Make it 1:11. Third and 10. Conference championship is on the line here, folks. May not have an automatic seed that comes with it, but both of these teams are going to be in the playoffs no matter what. Battling for a trophy here. Going deep is Perry to Olu. He almost hauls it in, but it's incomplete nonetheless. They have one-on-one coverage with their best player. You like your chances when you have that set up. Field goal unit is coming out. For Wake Forest, this is Zach Hughes. Excuse me, no, Zach Hughes is the holder. Dominic Maloney on the kick. This kick will be from the 32s. This is a 42-yarder. Maloney, leg has got plenty of it. It's good from 42. 1:01 left here in the first half. And Wake Forest has a 10-3 lead. Both teams have had a field goal each in this quarter. Now Heritage has 61 seconds left. They're set to return this kickoff. Maloney showed off his strong leg already tonight on some of these kickoffs. Also likes to angle it. Low-scoring affair. Heritage, not a whole lot of time when they take over this. Let's see if they get a spark from special teams that can help ignite their chances. There's a flag and offside. We'll just bring this one back. Someone on the Cougars kickoff team started a little too early. So Maloney will now really get an opportunity to showcase that leg that just hit the 42-yarder. 42-yarder that probably had about 5 or so more yards on it, not too much more. Got every ounce of it. He'll put his team up a touchdown in the battle for the force. Not of the force, but for the force. Fielded, handed off. I don't think Wake Forest has fooled it all on this one. Tackled about the 27. 50.7 seconds left here in the first half. Heritage, not a lot going for them on offense. Their best plays tonight have come whenever Cole Perry has been scrambling and kind of picks up something on a broken play. Again, 50.7 seconds left until halftime. We've got about 74 yards to get to the end zone or get close to it at least. Wrapped up for a loss. And Wake Forest has just read every play so well tonight. That time it was Ethan Nichols. Clock is ticking under 30 seconds. Heritage has used a lot of their timeouts in other situations in the first half. I believe they have just one left. Two backs in the backfield. Perry, he's gunning it along. Single coverage, making the adjustment and hauling it in once again. And calling a timeout. The last timeout is none other than Owen Wood. Well, he is great in jump ball situations. He made a great catch in the first quarter. 8.3 seconds is where we stop. And Heritage, enough time to try to run that back and do it once more. You got to figure if you're Wake Forest, you got to put two guys on Owen Wood now. As he's been not the only, but one of the best options that they can go to. See there, the ball right at the 42. Just shy of the 41. No timeouts for the Huskies. This could very well be the last play of the first half. Owen Wood is in motion. Now he goes back to the far sideline, number 88. Wake Forest looks like they're kind of shading his direction, but he comes in motion one more time. We're going to get a penalty. There were 5 seconds left on the play clock. So a Wake Forest player jumped a little early. This would be even closer. Hail Mary or something like it for the Huskies. Again, watch number 88 there at the top, Owen Wood. Throw it backwards pass to Wood. Wood is going to launch it towards the end zone. And it is incomplete, a little short of the end zone. Oh, we have a flag. A flag is in the area. One of those defenders did not turn his head around. And in high school, making that early contact and not getting your head around usually leads to a penalty. We'll see. It is indeed on the Cougars, and it is. First down, 15 yards. This will be an untimed down, I believe, or maybe, yes, we cannot end on a penalty, on defensive penalty. Well, that changes a lot, doesn't it? That trick play doesn't get towards the end zone, but it does make this a lot closer of a throw. The ball's at the 22. Can the Huskies score before half? Perry throwing it up for grabs. Intercepted. Intercepted by Cook, who had the touchdown earlier. And that will bring us to halftime here. The Wake Forest Cougars leading the Heritage Huskies in a battle for the Northern Six Conference title, 10-3.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. But most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions. Like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to talkitoutnc.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early. Talk often. Talk it out, NC.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week each Friday night on HighSchoolOT.com.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week each Friday night on HighSchoolOT.com.
child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining. Start the conversation about the dangers of alcohol with tips at talkitoutnc.org.
information about our band and road guard, visit www.hsbands.com. Find us on social media. Once again, you're marching people. I'll be back in a minute.
Welcome back, everyone, to the High School OT Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Conference championship hangs in the balance tonight, and it's still anyone's game here at Trentini Stadium. I am J. Mike Blake. The temperature here in Wake Forest, North Carolina continues to drop. It's down to, it says 53 degrees, feels like about 45. A wind that kicks up every once in a while. And now kicking it up will be this Heritage team as they are going to kick off the second half. Had just one scoring drive all of the first half. Almost had something there at the end of the first, but instead an interception. A heave into the end zone. This one taking a dangerous bounce. Don't like to take them off the bounce too often on kickoffs, but not if you're Micah Olu, in which case you just don't care. A great return. Olu, so many times tonight, getting Wake Forest in plus territory. This is a great place to start a drive if you're the Cougars. They had a scoring drive in the first quarter, about 3:17 left. It's Amari Cook, who is the same guy who had that interception at the end of the second quarter. Amari Cook from a yard out. Ran it in. This is Olu. Boy, he has got a lot of ways to avoid tacklers, and there's nobody there. Credit to the Wake Forest offensive line. They have really picked up their blocks well on that one. There's been a few times where Olu gets it, and he could break the first tackle, but he didn't even have to until he was well downfield. This time Perry keeps it on the mesh, and he is dropped almost immediately. That's Chad Tyree making the tackle for the Huskies. Makes this a 2nd and 14 now. Both teams like to spread you wide with these 4 wide and 5 wide sets, but both of them, especially Wake Forest, kind of keep things short. Wake Forest keeps it on the ground a lot. This time they go to the air, swinging it out and complete. And he's got a little bit of a seam down the sideline, makes a man miss. Can he get in there? Pushed out of bounds right at the 5. What a nice run after the catch that time by Jaden Debnam. Seemed like a simple enough play, but a good block. I believe that was Cook on that side of the field, the receiver, blocking for his fellow receiver, and then Debnam did the rest. It's 1st and goal from the 5. Olu takes it, trying to carry some Huskies with him, but they carry him instead. Gain of about 2. 2nd and goal, ball at the 3. We mentioned Wake Forest has blown out a lot of the teams that Heritage kind of struggled with. But we had not seen that separation between them. Scoring here would certainly create some. Olu's got it again. Trying to find a hole. There is none, however. He's being patient. He is a patient runner who can also break a lot of tackles, but there was just no way any one person could have broken out of that. Make it 3rd and goal. Forward progress. Making it not as bad as it initially looks, so it's 3rd and goal from the 4. Less than 9.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Perry throwing a quick slant, caught, touchdown. Four-yard slant pattern there with 9:08 left in the 3rd quarter. It's caught by Owen McNair. This extra point will make it 17-0. And it does indeed. Wake Forest. Much needed separation that they just couldn't get in the first half. Now leads their rivals 17-3.
Alpaca Peruvian Chicken is great at office lunches, team lunches, tailgating, and football games. Place your next catering order at Alpaca so you and your friends can enjoy the best rotisserie chicken in the area. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, home of North Carolina's favorite chicken and a proud supporter of high school OT and football teams across the state.
Your child pours their heart and soul into their dreams.
You're so ready for this.
But underage drinking can stop a young mind and body from performing at its best.
Okay, everyone, it's time.
We're ready.
Make sure your star keeps shining.
We are back at the High School T Game of the Week. I'm J. Mike Blake. Wake Forest 17-3 lead. Owen McNair with that reception on a slant pattern. Micah Olu has got most of the yardage for the Cougars tonight, but he has not broken into the end zone yet. Instead, got a touchdown run from Amari Cook and a touchdown reception from Owen McNair. And the Cougars up nicely here. 2 scores. Let's see what the Wake Forest defense can make happen. Will they pin their ears back? They have not forced a turnover tonight, except for, well, I should say, they have forced one. It was the last play of the second quarter. Thrown over the middle, completed to the running back. Heritage. Good job looking away the coverage that time by Perry. There was a play in the first half that looked like it was meant to be a screen pattern to the running back and could have picked up a lot of yards, but Wake Forest blitz threw him off. So many times this year on the Alpaca Peruvian Game of the Week, we have seen teams have a good response after you think that the other side has created separation. A few yards in that completion makes it now 2nd down and 4. Kind of a walk down memory lane this year of all the great games we've seen. Week 1, again, Terry Sanford defeating 71st 46-44. Last second field goal, they were down by 1. Perry is pressured, he's throwing it long, jump ball, incomplete. Is there a flag? There is none. Just good coverage. Week 2, we had Providence Day coming up to the Triangle out of Charlotte. Faced Rollsville. It was a top 10 matchup at the time. Both those teams are still ranked in the High School OT Top 25 that does all schools, all classifications. Week 3, we saw Cleveland. Cleveland's the only team we've seen twice this year. They were hosting Northern Nash. That was a wild one. About 80 combined points. Northern Nash scored on a kick 6 at the end of the first half. You know, Cleveland won comfortably, but that kick 6 was something else. Completed right of the sticks. That's a 1st down for the Huskies. In week 4, we got a little 1A football action. Went out to Wilson, one of the newest locations of Alpaca Chicken. They hosted Northeastern out of Elizabeth City. Northeastern won that one. So the first 2 games of the year, the home teams have won twice and the road teams have won twice. Harry under pressure. He's going to flee the pocket once again. Gets the 1st down and then some. Oh, he stepped out. See where the official signals him down, but I believe he does have those enough yardage for 1st. Maybe they'll have to signal it. Yep, they're going to move the chains. Those new chains coming in handy, working out nicely. Credit to them if you missed it earlier. And a a long delay in this game. Something was wrong with one set of chains, first down markers. You see them in the background of your screen to the top left. They've been benched. This is Heritage in the white and navy uniforms. Perry. No one appears open. He may have to take a loss or just throw it away. He finally throws it away as he's under pressure. Wow, just heck of a play to not lose any yards on that one because it looked pretty doomed from the start. A few other places we've been this year in no particular order. A game with Cleveland at Southeast Raleigh. Cleveland winning that one. Really scary moment during that one, but good to know that player's okay. We had Cardinal Gibbons hosting Mallard Creek out of Charlotte. That's the only loss Cardinal Gibbons had all year. They lost their quarterback, Gannon Jones, in that one. As Perry throws it, one-on-one coverage. Incomplete, but that is going to draw the flag. Absolutely. In high school, you cannot face guard and make contact. If you don't get your head around, it's an easy flag on the defense. Referees will talk about it, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be on Wake Forest. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We also were at Millbrook, where they hosted Leesville Road. That game pretty much deciding the Cap 8 Conference Championship after Millbrook had already beaten Rollsville the previous week. I also went out to Alamance County, Southeast Alamance hosting Williams. That was a big road win for Williams that night, as it is pass interference on the defense. 15 yards to pick up the first down for Heritage. Last week, we made our first foray down into the brick city of Sanford. Lee County hosting Union Pines. We saw history. I only mentioned it about 60 times in the broadcast, but Union Pines won their first conference title since 1974. 51 years without a conference championship in football. And they dominated that one. It was a 42-3 game. Perry just gets a few yards. 2nd and 9. He stops the clock as he dives out of bounds. It's been my pleasure, folks, to be the voice of the game of the week for the 2nd straight season. Nice change of pace for me. Usually I'm behind a keyboard writing something. I'm at a high school game and pick up the camera, take some highlights too, but be broadcasting with you guys has been just a treat for me, as that pass ball is incomplete, and I've enjoyed every part of it. Maybe not every part. Any technical difficulties? Can't say that that's fun for me. Again, just grateful for our sponsor for having this happen. And I want to take this time, it's the last time I get to remind you guys that if you are craving chicken, you should download that Alpaca app today. When you do, you sign up, you register, get a free entree on the app. Going out to the left, Perry, he's trying to come back to his right. He's got some running room on that side. Jukes one man, falls forward, close to the first down marker, but it's going to be 4th and short here. Again, the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app, you can find your nearest location. There's a bunch in the triangle, 19 in all. Down in Sanford, just opened one in Rayford, one in Wilson, opened this year. There's also one out in Mebane. So even if you're traveling not too far outside the triangle, you can still get an Alpaca, as well as down in Fayetteville. Perry on 4th down. No chance. Sack, and the ball is loose. Either way, Wake Forest takes over. They came up big when they absolutely had to, keeping the Huskies out of the end zone. 5:43 left in the third quarter. Wake Forest taking over at their own 13. Handoff. Micah Olu stiff arms a man. About 9 yards, maybe 9.5. Nope. Let's call that an even 10. Moving the chains. First down, Wake Forest. Olu, again, this time out of a no huddle. Stiff arms another man to the ground. Stiff arms 2 guys to the ground. Now it takes 4, 5, 6, 7 Huskies to bring them to a halt. Makes it 2nd and 10. No gain on that one. Olu patiently finding the seam and then going through. I tell you what, Olu has not scored a touchdown in this game, but that's another 10-yard pickup. Every week, the HighSchoolOT Game of the Week, we give out a player of the game. So many of the weeks, it's been really, really easy for us. Tonight, I think it might be Olu even, though he hasn't reached the end zone in a 17-3 game. It's a give to Cook. Cook has the touchdown run from the first quarter. Start to sense a little bit that this Heritage defense might be getting a little winded. They did have a long time to rest after the Huskies offense moved it inside the red zone. Wake Forest is getting about 5 to 10 yards each carry. He went back to the screen pass to Debnam and is dropped for a big loss. Boy, it just seems like both teams have each other's plays figured out in large part. There's a few big runs by Olu that probably just come down to him being a really talented player. But otherwise, there are no surprises here between these two rivals. It's good to see them still in the same conference, even though they lost a lot of their traditional foes. Wake Forest and Heritage are in the Northern Six, but Rolesville and Wakefield are not. You kind of think of those 4 schools as always being together. Debnam catches it. Full head of steam forward. He's got the first down. Wake Forest just goes right back to Debnam. They like what they have on that side of the field. That was McNair blocking for him and the fellow receiver. Wake Forest with the WF logo there. I'm not sure what the white logo is. That definitely is the Panther Creek Catamount logo, which is used by a few other high schools across the nation, I'm sure. Different colors. I have not seen that in Wake Forest. Maybe it was a different event that was hosted here. And off to Olu. About 4 yards or so.
Over the ball carrier. Ball now spotted at the 47-yard line.
Second down for the Huskies. Pump fakes. Perry is under pressure. Throwing it. Tough pass to complete there under pressure. Was not really catchable for either a Husky or a Cougar. 150 left here in a Halloween night matchup. 3rd and 6.
Third down 6 for Cougars.
Perry dropping back. He's got no time to throw this one. He runs into his own offensive lineman and he's dropped. Dropped for a big loss, about 6 or 7 yards. Wake Forest had to bring out the punt team. Kind of late getting on the field, but there's a good 14 seconds left on the play clock, so they should get this one underway in plenty of time. High snap. Safely gets it away. Ball rolling to about the 28. So Heritage has not reached the end zone tonight. They've got 54.9 seconds plus another quarter to try to do so if they want a share of the Northern Six Conference title. Just want to remind you that after this game is over, at about 10:15, it's the High School OT post-game show featuring Joel Bryant. Evan Moesta is out in Winston-Salem, but he'll be on the show as well. I'll be on the show at some point talking about this game. Big stop behind the line of scrimmage, and I think number 51, Mikey Anderson, giving a primal scream there as they lose 5 yards. High School OT post-game show presented by TalkItOutNC.org. Talk It Out NC, just a great resource for parents with high school kids, middle school kids. Start having conversations, meaningful conversations with them. As a parent myself, I know there's no playbook to all this, right? Parenting.
3, 7, 6, 1.
Any resource you can use is great because there is no one-size-fits-all blueprint that works with every kid. So you want to have those conversations and be ahead of the game. Talk It Out NC, a great resource. About 8.3 seconds left. Screen pass, incomplete, in the dirt. I'll stop the clock with 4.6 seconds left in the quarter, which means this punt coming up by the Huskies will be the last play of the quarter, I believe. Kick, like all of them tonight for Heritage, has been super sky high. And again, it does not make it across the 50. Well, I spoke too soon. I think that last little roll probably got it right to the 50. And 4's up, folks. The last week of the regular season. We have the last quarter left of the High School OT Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. We'll be right back after this.
Raising kids is a roller coaster. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, but most times you wonder how your kid turned out so well. That's how. You did the hard work, made the right decisions, like talking about alcohol before it could be a problem. Go to TalkItOutNC.org. Get resources on how to talk about underage drinking. So Mom, Dad, keep up the good work. It's worth it. Talk early, talk often. Talk It Out NC.
Are you craving chicken? Download the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app to gain access to exclusive offers and earn rewards by eating the food that you love. New members who sign up will receive a free entree. Again, that's the Alpaca Peruvian Chicken app. Taste their legendary flavor and homemade pride at 18 locations across the Triangle, Fayetteville, Mebane, Wilmington, Sanford, and now Wilson. You can visit them online at alpacachicken.com and catch the Alpaca Chicken Game of the Week each Friday night on HighSchoolOT.com.
Welcome back to the High School OT Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. I am J. Mike Blake. We've loved having you with us all season long. We only have 12 more minutes together, though, I'm afraid. Our season finale of the High School OT Game of the Week. Thank our sponsors for making this happen. Without them, we literally could not do this. And they have gone above and beyond to feed the teams each and every week. It's Michael Liu with it. Le'Veon Bell is usually the player comp whenever you have a running back that follows the blockers like that. It's a good player comp to have. Shifty feet. Letting the play develop. That's why he is right now heading for our player of the game. Let's see. Wake Forest can really deal a knockout blow on this drive. They've had great field position. Those punts from Heritage have been sky high and short. They haven't really taken advantage of it. Huskies showing blitz. They stepped over the line. Make this a second and really short. It was 2nd and 6. Now it'll be 2nd and 1. Hall of Fame night here at Wake Forest. There's so much history of this place. Liu bouncing it out wide. I think he's got the first. Yes, he does. That play was not looking good when he first took the handoff. We don't have official stats tonight, or even unofficial stats tonight. But I would say that most of these, if not maybe 90% of these first downs, go with at least 90%, have been Liu on the ground, picking them up. Perry throws it in the flat, caught. I think he's got another first down, so that running to Liu sets up the play action. For the first time tonight, he goes to Spencer Olson. It's a pretty good last name to have if you're a tight end. I'm guessing no relation to the Olsons that do live in North Carolina, out in the Charlotte area. Actually covered a game a few years back where Greg Olson's brother was the offensive coordinator, and Greg would just be on the sideline calling out plays, calling out officials, high-fiving the students who were there. He was very passionate, and I know now he's actually helping coach, I believe, Charlotte Christian's middle school team. Next week, the first round of the playoffs will not include the top 8 seeds in every bracket. They get a first-round bye. Liu says, "Get off me." It's just one angry run after another. At some point, it begs the question, what do those guys do to you, Micah Liu? Goodness. Third and 6 coming up. Heritage almost jumps offside, but not quite breaking the line of scrimmage. This hard count really giving them some trouble on this drive. Perry throwing to Liu. First down. Good job by the freshman Landon Perry, just dropping that into coverage perfectly. First and goal coming up for Wake Forest. can see the ball is placed right there at the 8-yard line. Perry's going to keep it himself, and he is in there. Touchdown, Cougars. Everyone thought he was going back to Olu on the mesh. No, Perry keeping it himself. He's in with an 8-yard score with 9:24 left in the contest. Kick is up, and it is good. Wake Forest now has a 24-3 lead here at the High School T Game of the Week. Take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth: teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.
9:24 left here at Trentini Stadium in a very scenic Wake Forest, North Carolina. If you haven't been to where the college used to be, there is a college there now, Southeastern Baptist. One of the bigger theological places of study. And this is the old Wake Forest University Stadium. Just a really beautiful part of Wake County and North Carolina in general. As I mentioned earlier, both these teams, because there are 60 teams in 7A, 48 make the playoffs. It's a really high percentage. Maybe that'll change in future years, but honestly, I think we've kind of all moved into a direction where kind of tired of people complaining about being left out, so they're going to let more people in and let it sort itself out in the first week. And the top 8 seeds will get the first round bye. That is complete. Third catch of the night, I believe, for Owen Wood. Moves the chains. Neither one of these teams will be in top 8 seeds, so they'll be playing next Friday. It could be at home, could be on the road, just depends on how the RPI works out. And if you're interested in seeing exactly what the bracket will look like when it's released on Sunday, you should be at HighSchoolOT Insider today. Joel Bryant is going to be updating projections as he's done all season long in every sport tonight. Soccer has already been updated. All those scores are done. They ended their season last night. And those brackets are also coming out on Sunday. Airing it out, and almost a beautiful catch on the fingertips. If only that had worked. Travis Holmes. Probably the finest pass of the day by Cole Perry, who's had to do a lot of his work on the ground. Penalty flag. Actually, a timeout before the flag. The clock did tick down to 0 there for Heritage, but they're going to have to talk this over. It gives them 2 left in this contest. They are trailing by 21 points. And Heritage this year, when they win, they put up some points, and when they lose, they don't. I know that's typically how it goes. It may seem like a very obvious statement. But in their losses this year, they had 0 against Millbrook, 3 against Leesville, 0 against Williams, 7 against Holly Springs. The only loss in which they scored more than a touchdown was against East Wake. And that was a kind of a weird game, an overtime game that East Wake won. You look back, and that's East Wake's only conference win. It doesn't make any sense. We're out of the timeout, folks. Don't worry. The Huskies. Ball at the 43. Cole Perry, pump fakes. He's going to take off and run. It's been a pretty good thing for him. Got kind of in between slide. Awkwardly tackled there right at the 50. He's done a decent job tonight of sliding, and that time he kind of started a little too late. We have about 8 minutes left in this one, just to keep you reminded of what we have the rest of the night. You've got the post-game show on HighSchoolOT at 10:15 p.m. If you're in the viewing area, you've got Football Friday at 11:15 p.m. You can be checking all the coverage as Perry slides down about the 36-yard line, 35-yard line. All these stories are coming in. There's the Talk It Out NC scoreboard that goes with the Talk It Out NC post-game show. It's the best post-game show in the state. It's the best scoreboard in the state. Most up-to-date, most accurate. Not only coverage from football games tonight, including this one, but projections coming in, plus state championships. There were 16 state championships in one day today. Sacked for a loss. Sturdivant got him. Had some big plays right at the beginning of this game in the first quarter, and he makes a big sack there. Second and long here for the Huskies. Yeah, just today you had girls tennis championships for the Big Four divisions, 8A, 7A, 6A, 5A. Those stories are already on HighSchoolOT. Photo galleries are coming in later. Volleyball, you had a mix of schools, kind of depending on the travel there. So 1A, 4A, 7A, and 5A out in Winston-Salem. Tomorrow, those championships will be Reynolds Coliseum. Is caught. Missed the initial guy, but I don't think he was ever aiming for him. First down. Oh, actually, no, not quite a first down. It was close for the Huskies. I'll be at Reynolds tomorrow to cover those volleyball matches. The remaining 4 that are left. Cross country. The small 4 went today. 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. Tomorrow it'll be the reverse. Girls golf championships were Monday and Tuesday. There's 7 championships as they combine 1A and 2A. Those stories have already been on HighSchoolOT. In the dirt, incomplete. I think we've got an injured knee. Hopefully not. .623 left in this one. Should also say that shout out to those golf players for trying to compete Monday and Tuesday. 7 championships, only one of the 7 made it the whole 36 holes. The conditions were terrible this Monday and Tuesday. Rain. Some championships only played 18 holes. They were done. Again, HighSchoolOT, the best state championship coverage you can find anywhere. Put it up against anybody in any state. Hit as he throws. Milling home. It's not going to be grounding because he was hit. And as a turnover on downs, the Cougars 6 minutes and 18 seconds away from conference championship. Should be pretty nice. Would expect a heavy dose of Micah Olu and company on this drive if he's in the game and healthy. We did like to split him out wide sometimes, but he's in the backfield here and he takes the handoff. If nothing else changes, he will be our player of the game. It looks like the dominance in this series will stay on the older side of town a little bit longer. Heritage has only beaten Wake Forest once in its school history, and that was 2023, 2 years ago. 3rd and short coming up after that carry. Rolesville has made it to the state championship a few times in the last couple of years. In the last 5 years, had a slew of talented players coming through there, but talented players have come through Heritage and Wake Forest. That was really where the key rivalry was back in the 2010s. Heritage had Drake Thomas, now in the NFL. Thayer Thomas, also when at NC State, had a great career starting out as a walk-on receiver. Ton of other college players. Ricky Person, another NC State recruit. Gunnar Holmberg played quarterback at Duke for a little bit. Olu, he's not going to get the first down. Heritage holds. On the Wake Forest side, even though these guys may be mixing up the years, I'm not trying to put them all together chronologically, but right now you've got Dexter Lawrence still in the NFL as arguably the top interior defensive lineman, or top 3 interior defensive lineman. He was great here. Bryce Love played with Dexter Lawrence. He went on to be a Heisman runner-up at Stanford. So Wake Forest rushes the punt unit out there, as they are wont to do. Low line drive. Caught cleanly somehow. That was a dangerous place to catch that. There's the flag for catch interference, I believe, on Wake Forest. So Heritage with 4 minutes and 34 seconds. We'll have decent field position. Last 5 minutes, we're gonna have a lot of thank yous to hand out for our last HighSchoolOT game of the week for this year. We've had a lot of people come by and help us. Blair Mitchell, one of my former students, took stats for me one game. Chris Batts ran camera for us in the first game. Did a fantastic job. Tyler Suttles, she was behind the camera for most of this year. Tyler Clark. We had 2 North Carolina Central athletes, Tyler Suttles and Tyler Clark, because this is incomplete. Tyler Clark, he joined me on 2 broadcasts as a color analyst. Did a fantastic job. You would not know that he had not really done that too often, except in a few activities at school when he's not playing football for the Eagles. All those guys, all those people really helping us out this year. Bring this to you. Of course, Evan West and Joel Bryant, the 2-headed engine behind HighSchoolOT. This false start on the Huskies. We've even had a halftime show talking to those guys. I really needed them a few weeks back in that scary incident in the Cleveland Southeast Raleigh game where Chris John Clark was hit. We learned later on he had went into cardiac arrest. Needed someone to to go to because we had a long delay and a scary situation. I needed to figure out what was going on the field, and Joel and Evan handled it great. Of course, the best part of that is that Chris John Clark is doing well now, out of the hospital. Cleveland, you'll see that score tonight. They are playing Clayton as a big one. You'll see it on the Talk It Out NC scoreboard for sure. This pass is incomplete. Cleveland has not lost in conference places. Actually, has not lost in a regular season since 2019. We've told you that a few different times. Cleveland's the only team we've seen twice this year. We got to see twice this year. So we certainly did not ruin their streak if something were to happen to it tonight. Yeah, the Talk It Out NC scoreboard on HighSchoolOT, quickest place to find your score. We have our scores all in and finalized before anyone else, and they're accurate, which is even of the utmost importance. Heritage is punting, down 21. Really just can't move the ball. They can try for their defense here to see if they can force a turnover, do something to get back into this, but if not, Heritage will drop to 4-6 on the regular season, 3-2 in conference play. Wake Forest in line to end the regular season with 5 straight wins. It goes 6-4, so they clinch a winning season after last year's uncharacteristic 5-7 season. They actually won a playoff game and lost in the second round, so they actually entered the playoffs last year 4-6, did this Wake Forest team. They were young last year. They're still kind of young. They'll be playing next Friday. Let's try to ice this game away. Again, folks, we've talked about our great sponsors, Talk It Out NC. There is a fall giveaway with Talk It Out NC. And this weekend, check it out, last chance to enter. Start the conversation to enter for your chance to win. 6 lucky winners will each receive a $250 grocery gift card. What you do is you head to talkitoutnc.org to submit your entry. And while you're there, you can share what's on your mind at the dinner table. You can also tag Talk It Out NC on social media. This run's going nowhere fast. Share healthy recipes that you feed your athlete, a short video of you cooking, other ways that you spark the conversation at mealtime. Talk It Out NC's mission is to reduce underage drinking by fostering open and honest and ongoing conversations between adults and young people. What's not to love about that? Don't wait. Enter that giveaway today. You're running out of time, folks. This is last weekend. And make every meal a moment to start the conversation. Under 2.5 minutes left here in the regular season. Handoff. Good running room. They don't want him to go out of bounds, so he doesn't. Heritage will have to burn a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Wake Forest will have to come out and punt it. Actually, no. I missed this piece of yellow cloth on the field. That's a flag. Interesting direction for the flag to be thrown, because it's on the defense. Couldn't quite get what the motion was there. That may help Wake Forest out a lot. And it will indeed put them beyond the first down marker. So 1st and 10. Clock again rolls. We're getting close to the 2-minute mark here. Wake Forest working in some backups here to just melt the clock, get no one injured before starting the playoffs next week. Those brackets coming out on Sunday. Usually brackets take a long time to come out. And with the association having so many state championships scheduled for tomorrow, decided to move it to Sunday. Originally it was Monday, so it's better than that. Monday's a little too late. This run to the outside, they don't want him to step out of bounds. He does anyway. Coach Lucas will be talking to him about that. 1 minute, 22 seconds left. No, they're going to run the clock and say the tackle started in bounds, which is the right call, I believe. 3rd and short. Maybe a long 3. Okay, those brackets come out on Sunday, but you don't have to wait that long. You've never had to wait that long. You just become a High School T insider. You get special premium content, including projections, all year round. Winter sports season is almost upon us. This run does get the first down, and that will do it here. Less than a minute to play. High School T insiders get premium content all year long. Watch lists are coming up for winter sports. The preseason rankings are coming out. We've got final rankings coming out for all the seasons that are ending this weekend. Less than 25 seconds. On the play clock, 3, 2, 1, and they'll take a knee. And that will do it. Wake Forest is one of the Northern 6 Conference. And that concludes a season that has been so enjoyable. The High School T Game of the Week presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. Folks, before I sign off, I just want to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in all season long. We also, of course, especially want to thank our partners at Alpaca Peruvian Chicken and Talk It Out NC, because without their support and dedication to high school athletics and communities across North Carolina, that makes Friday Night Football so special. We would not be able to present a broadcast like this every week. We love sponsors that value North Carolina high school athletics. They've been so important to us. I am passionate about that as well. Folks, I'm J. Mike Blake. Thank you for following us all year long. Continue to follow HighSchoolOT with all your coverage as we get into the postseason. Thank you. We'll see you next year.
Don't fall for the myths. Get the facts about underage drinking.
Myth. Teens bounce back fast and teenage athletes can perform just fine after a night of drinking alcohol. The fact is, alcohol can hinder athletic performance for up to 3 days, delaying recovery and causing long-term issues with muscle loss and weakness. But don't just take it from me.
Choosing not to drink as an underage athlete has really helped me significantly. I've been able to focus, keep my priorities straight, and it's helped me separate myself from, many other people.
Get more facts at talkitoutnc.org.